What's up guys, Milk and Cookies here, and today I have a game of domination on everyone's favorite map, Nuketown. Now, this game was obviously posted way after the Nuketown patch, where Treyarch had to deal with the constant complaints of Nuketown coming up in the map rotations way too much. And you know, even though it's fun every once in a while, Nuketown really gets repetitive. It's just constant slaying. There's no strategy involved, and I'm really glad that they actually listen to the community and really tone down the amount that Nuketown shows up in the rotation. Now, instead of it showing up, 20 times in maybe the 2 hours you play, you'll get it maybe once in 2 hours, maybe once, which is really good. Now, domination, you can go and you can play pretty much every map except for Nuketown. Pretty much, you really have to try hard to find Nuketown. But other than that, let's hop into this commentary. As you can see, I'm using the AK-47 with the extended mags, the Hardline Pro, the Sleight of Hand Pro, and the Marathon Pro. Actually, it's just Marathon. But whatever. Actually, to be honest, I'm going to criticize myself here, and I'm going to say, right now, don't use Marathon on this map. Marathon really makes you want to sprint more. It keeps you sprinting. When Nuketown is actually a map where you want to be aware of your corners and your surroundings, and you really want to make sure that that gun's ready to fire at all times. Now, after obviously coming out of a sprint, you have to take your weapon back out, which takes a whole bunch of time and really leaves you vulnerable to being shot in the back or just shot square in the face. So I really recommend actually running maybe Ninja or Hacker, something that helps you stay a little bit more defensive or a little bit more sneaky, and keeps you safe, because sprinting really is not the thing you want to be doing on this map. Now, where you can see that sign that I was at before, that little sign that I was hiding behind, that's an excellent view of the enemy spawn. If you're ever down a couple kills and you really want to get back in the game, I recommend that you post up on that sign. They can hit you from the sides, and they're running right through that alleyway, and you're really able to get the jump on them, and you have a very good position of advantage. Now, I really don't want to sound like Woody's gamertag here, because, to be honest, Woody's actually an idol of mine. I love Woody's gamertag. He really helps me with my gameplay a whole lot, and if you ever happen to watch this video, props to you, Woody. You're awesome. But other than that, he really helps me learn the ropes of this game, and pretty much all of the way I play is kind of based off of Woody's lectures. So what you're learning from me is kind of what you're learning from Woody. But anyway, so position of advantage. Now, obviously, there is a little equipment called motion sensor. Motion sensor has been labeled by the Black Ops community as pretty much a camper's tool. There, I beg to differ. I would say that the motion sensor is actually a tool used by players who want to know that their back is safe while they are engaging enemies at a comfortable position of advantage. Now, obviously, it can be a bit campy, and it can lead to campers, especially on a map like Nuketown, where half the spawn can be shown through just that, little radius that it gives you. But if used correctly, the motion sensor can really be a difference between a 2-to-1 kill death game and maybe a 5-to-1 kill death game. It really lets you get the jump on the enemy, really lets you have a solid position of advantage before engaging the enemy, and it helps you win the engagement quickly. Now, there's a constant debate between claymores and motion sensors and which one is better. Excuse me. Now, many people say claymores are better because you leave it there and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about, checking your minimap. You don't have to worry about, constantly looking up and maybe looking around every once in a while, especially if someone is running Hacker Pro. But, oh wait, you saw that nice murder fiesta I had with the Galil. It helps me get my dogs. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be in that montage I was talking about earlier. But anyway. The Claymore is obviously a one-time use. Once someone trips that Claymore, it is gone forever. Now, both the Claymore and the motion sensor can be seen by Hacker Pro and Hacker, I think, so it's the same thing. So, unfortunately, both of them suffer in that category. However, the motion sensor can let you spot people with just Hacker before they can come out and take out your motion sensor and take out you. The Claymore is going to be seen by the hacker, and he's going to be able to take it out before you even know he's there, and then you're going to get stabbed in the back. The motion sensor, obviously, you can pick them up, you can go down to where they are, and you can take them out before they can cause any trouble to you or your kill streak, or your team for that matter. Now, that's why I use motion sensor. I feel like I can balance my my gunplay between my focus on my minimap. As a player who mostly plays core game types, excuse me, I usually am constantly looking at my minimap for, UAV advantage, just the whole shebang. People who play hardcore, usually like the claymores because they don't have a minimap to look at, so, motion mine's pretty useless. But, the claymore, obviously, is, first of all, damage is increased, so it does more damage, and you pretty much can't get away from a tripped claymore. And, you can leave it there, and you don't have to worry about it. So, that's a great thing. So, depending on the type of player you are, is depending on what kind of motion, what type of equipment you want to use. Most of the other equipments to me are pretty much useless. C4 is pretty much good for headquarters mainly, if you want to, blow people up on the headquarters. Camera spike, useless, I'd have to say. It's pretty much just a worse version of motion sensor. Let's see, what else is there? There is tactical insertion. I mean, no one really uses that anymore. And I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. But, gee, God, I got this damn tickle in my throat. I'm freaking dying over here. But, other than that, yeah, those are the Claymore and motion sensor are the two best things to go with, depending on your playstyle. Now, Nuketown is obviously a total Slaughterfest, and, you're not seeing much real strategy here. This is mostly for the enjoyment and just for the high kill-death ratio that I really go for. But, that's pretty much what Nuketown is. It's just a Slaughterfest. There's, you really don't take much strategy here. Like, look at this. People running out of houses, just getting gunned down. There's pretty much no strategy at all. And especially when you're running with me, I play with a kid named Cuddy Buddy. And, Cuddy and I pretty much have the race for the chopper gunner, we like to call it, where pretty much whoever gets to the chopper first, gets it called in. We pretty much have to call dibs on who gets to call in the next helicopter. That's how much that we call in the choppers. And as you can see, I lost that race right there, and he got his in first. But, guys, the game is wrapping up, so I just wanted to say thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. It really helps a lot. And just keep it real, guys, and I'll see you real soon.
With each victory, we instill fear.